movies and TV spoilers. Hi, I'm JD, this is Spoilers, and today I'll be reviewing Barney's version. Oh, this movie. What is there to say about this goddamn movie? It's depressing, and it's amazing, and it's possibly a tearjerker. I'm still, feeling the need to cry out of both depression and happiness, if that makes any fucking sense. This is so much like The Notebook, but in my opinion, way better. So the movie is Paul Giamatti, a guy named Barney, kind of recounts the last 3 decades with his past 3 wives. And it is pretty shitty. My opinion about life in this movie is the fact that life is shitty. Shitty, shitty, shitty. So his first wife, Claire, or whatever the fuck her name is, I don't know, is this kind of crazy, bitchy hippie girl to whom he accidentally knocked up. And it's hilarious because there she is pregnant at their wedding, and the black guy in the back's like, Mazel tov. Oh, my favorite part of the whole fucking movie. In the end, the baby is stillborn, and it's kind of sad, and he's talking to the doctor, and the doctor's like, well, who's the father? And he's like, I'm the father. And he's like, well, not unless you're an albino black man. So he goes out and he punches the black guy in the face, and he's like, oh, what the fuck, man? And everybody's like, are you serious? You just punched him? He just lost a baby. And it's like, what? Oh, man, F you guys. He's living his life with Scott Badass, whatever his name is, the guy best known from Underworld, the one who goes, what the fuck, for 90% of the movie, and then turns into a badass hybrid monster. Pretty much bamps the rest of the movie. And he's this addicted druggie who's a novelist and trying to write stuff, and then he kind of falls out in the storyline. And the whole story's accounted from Barney as an old man recounting these whole things. You can tell he's really not happy as an old man. So he ends up leaving the girl, she ends up killing herself. It's really depressing. He meets her father, and her father's a douchebag. Honestly, he was a confused parent who just did stupid things, which I don't know why you would do this. I don't. And then he goes on to his second wife. I don't remember her name. We'll just call her Bitchy Bitch. Yep. Good old Bitchy Bitch. You could tell right in the beginning she was fake, annoying, kind of stupid, bragging about the fact she had a master's degree that I think she pulled out of her ass. And she's got rich, douchey parents who treat him and his father like pieces of shit. His father being played by the amazing Dustin Hoffman. You can tell the whole movie with her. He's just tolerating her. He just is not happy. And then at his fucking wedding with her, at his wedding, he meets the love of his life, Miriam. Oh, Miriam. You can tell right away she's just this classy, smart gal who's single, hot, and you can tell it's love at first sight. And he's just like, I can't believe this is happening. So the entire time he's married to the bitch, he's sending flowers to Miriam, and she's like, no, you're married. This is creepy. We met at your wedding. And he loves her. And then he finds his best druggy friend, badass whatever, from Underworld, and his wife actually sleeping together. And it's really hilarious because he closes the door and smiles. And I'm not really sure I'm into the whole idea of divorce, because it is kind of a weird thing, but you could tell he's so much happier when they break up. And then there's this really awkward scene where him and his friend are drunk and stumbling around and yelling at each other because his friend's not backing him up when he should be. So it looks like he accidentally kills his friend because he's going swimming and he's on the dock and Barney trips with the gun and shoots the air, and his friend falls into the water, and they don't really say too much after that, and you're like, did he just kill his friend? And then supposedly it looks like he hit his body, and it's kind of weird. And then it moves on to the point where he calls up Miriam, falls completely in love with her, and lives the good years until Captain Jackass shows up. Because I love this actor, because he's the captain from Star Trek. Captain Badass Jackass. Yeah, we'll call him that. Captain Badass Jackass. And I was even jealous. When this guy was getting near Miriam. I'm like, fuck you, dude. Get away. She's married. Fuck you. And you can tell the jealousy just sort of drives the whole relationship into a state of disarray. I mean, Barney's kind of pissed off and being self-destructive and pushing her away a little bit, so she's pushing back, and their marriage is getting tired and old, and he fucking cheats on her. So sad, because you could tell he regretted it right away, and there's no excuse for cheating. There's no excuse. So what do? They break up. They're already older couple. Their kids are grown up. One of his kids just fucking hates him. And he's just like, I am a scummy piece of shit. As best of Paula Giamatti impression as I can pull. Life is just shit. And then it gets to the point where he's old again. And you're like, oh man, life sucks. She marries badass jackass. And you're like, what the oh God, why? Why is life so shitty? And then on top of it all, he gets Alzheimer's. And you're like, what? No! Why? Why is... Oh, and you think the whole lesson of this entire movie is life is shit. Life is so shitty shit. I'm not sure what to think of the movie, you know, at first. And there's this scene, he's out to lunch with her, and he all of a sudden starts thinking that their kids are small kids again, and he's in his happiest years of his life, and he's telling her, you know, oh, you know, I'm sorry, did I not love you enough today? You know, let's go home, we'll have a good day. And it's so sweet, and you're like, why? He thinks he's married, but he's not. So then you're like, fuck you, director, writer, whatever the fuck you. You know, I thought about it, and that's how the movie ends. He dies right after that. And all I could think of was, what a cool ending. And then I thought about it more, and I was like, what an amazing ending. Why do I think this is amazing? Here's my point. Okay, let's just say you made one little cheating moment, and your kids fucking hate you, and you're divorced, and your wife is with Captain Jackass, and you're just like in this state of misery, and then life hands you Alzheimer's and puts you back in the happiest moment of your life. That is an amazing way to die, being caught in your happiest moments ever. I don't know, I think I might actually choose that. At first I thought, you know, if I got Alzheimer's, I'd probably jump off a cliff. I'm not one for suicide. My whole concept is, if you're about to kill yourself, why not just run away? But if life throws you a game over like cancer or something horrible and painful or even Alzheimer's, game over. There's some things where it's like suffering in life. Yeah, you can deal with some suffering, but if it's your memory's all out of whack, shit. But I wouldn't tell anybody to do that. That's just the way that I think of it. But in the end, he's in his happiest moments of his life. So all I could think of is, take that, Notebook, suck it. Oh, so good. My recommendation for the movie, rent the shit out of this. Probably buy it. I think it's a buyer. I really do. This makes me so mad that, like, you know, movies like The Social Network will get so much attention and win shit, and then this movie is just a rental on Netflix that nobody knows about. I'm JD. This is Spoilers, and hopefully there's some brain food for you. Mazel tov.